we're back with ZeNEX against StarTale.
They have sent out Line to try to take out Ace. Now, it wasn't my first pick, but I understand it right this moment because Line has chosen Belshir Beach. Now, Belshir Beach is a map in which counterattacking in Zerg versus Protoss is extremely strong. Now, Line has shown us with his Zerg versus Terran that we've seen quite a bit of that counterattacking is his forte.
Yeah, he's quite good at that.
Yeah, he's extremely good at running around with Zerglings, timing out counterattacks, getting out of there when he has to, sacrificing units when he has to. He's that's his strong suit. So I'm all right with choosing him for this map, Belshir Beach, a map that plays to his strategical strength.
Yeah, it makes sense. And you know what? In a situation like this, I mean, they're actually very close to winning this. 2 more games and they win this. So you take out Ace. You got a lot of different people to pick to snipe from that last one, and I think that's probably the best strategy to go. Let's see if it's true. Because the game, Artosis, it's not even countdown loading time. It's game loading time. Whoa. Will Line take out Ace? Ace has got to be tired from that last game. That was a 40-minute game, StarCraft 2 time. Let's find out, though. Head-to-head here, Line against Ace, ZeNEX against StarTale. Let's do this. Love those guitars. Over here in the left, upper left, excuse me, we have
ZeNEX Sushin.
Damn, they even got him to get the voice guy to change it. All right,
Line.
Making my life difficult. You know what? Actually, down here in the bottom right,
StarTale Ace.
Ace. Looks like Ace going to go for a fast expand. Oh, look at that. The beach is beautiful today. Those are white sands, the Scandids, in the nice warm water. Actually, it's cold. If the beach is warm, then the water is cold, correct? But if it's kind of cold outside, then the water is warm. Is that correct?
What? No, I don't think so.
No, I might be incorrect. Let me think here.
I think you are. If that's true, that's news to me.
No, there's some weird rule, like the water's warm, something's going on.
You're closer to the equator, I guess?
Maybe that's what it is. If you're closer to the equator, the water's warmer. I don't know. I just named what I thought was a fact, and now I put myself out on the line. People are judging me. People are like, he's not smart. I am smart. Don't tell me I'm not smart. My mom says I'm smart.
Yes, she does.
She does.
I've seen it. All right. One thing that I'm going to be asking myself all game tasteless is the Scantid. Is he related to the horseshoe crab?
It's a scantipede.
Scantipede.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like a horseshoe crab. Horseshoe crab, one of the oldest animals on Earth.
It looks like a crawdad.
Yeah, it does as well. I'm just wondering, man. I don't know.
Maybe they could make a baby with a crawdad, and it'd be kind of like the mule.
I read some article on horseshoe crabs the other day about how companies grab them out of the ocean, take some of their blood, and then put them back in so that they can recover, because the blood tells them if medicine is safe. You mix a little bit with some medicine to see if it's safe or something like that. And without horseshoe crab blood, millions of people would be dead right now. Something like that. It's a crazy article I read. I can't remember it exactly, but I was quite fascinated at the time.
Well, it's a quite fascinating thing, Artosis.
Indeed it is. Go look that up, guys. Say thanks to the horseshoe crab. Thank you for surviving since the time before the dinosaurs, horseshoe crab.
Crocodiles, I think, are also in that category. They've been around since before the dinosaurs.
They are old, Tasteless. They're older than white.
They're not as cool as humans, though, man. We are awesome.
Yeah.
We're smarter. Our mating habits are more interesting.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm pretty into crocodile mating habits.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, it is a little hot, but...
Well, they only live in warm climates, being lizards and all.
Yeah. What does that have to do with mating habits, Artosis?
You said it's hot.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's what I meant.
All right. So, we do have the Forge expansion.
Baneling Nest.
And we have an all-in from Line.
And you know what? Here's the thing is, look at that pylon placement. We could just get a shot of that pylon.
Man, he might
pylon
just smack that right down. And
he can actually just blow that up. Here, we'll get a shot of it. See that one pylon? That's one pylon that powers 3 cannons, 4 cannons.
Yeah. That is quite a peculiar pylon.
I know. This is actually, when you lose a pylon like this, you know those rage counts the guy's like, "Ugh!"
Yeah.
That's like what this is.
That's basically it, man. He is building another pylon behind, though.
But I think there's a window of time where it's actually going to get blown up. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, I believe you're right, but he's not going to go in at that angle, actually. He's going to run into 4 cannons, and this might not be good, Tasteless. Might not be good at all. I don't know. Oh,
What the hell?
This is called terrible, terrible damage.
This is.
Well, he's definitely losing that
This
Nexus.
is Dustin Browder damage right now. Now he's getting the. Well, it's kind of a weird game, but all right, he's going for the Nexus. Oh, another Baneling. Baneling says, "Leave it to me."
Yeah, I can't believe those probes are even thinking about coming in here to try to save this. That Baneling hits the probes. 2 seconds later, they're all dead from the Zerglings. Oh, that was nice. That was actually really nice. Send the 2 red probes away, though, please. And will he get it? Wait a minute. All right. I was going to say, and in fact, I did say, wait a minute.
And you rightfully so, Artosis.
Yeah, well, he's killed that off. He's doing a great job.
Wow, only 1 probe kill there.
Yeah, Ace actually did a pretty decent job considering what happened. But during this time, he's got up to 30 drones, 31 drones against 21 probes. And we just have this like really funny open base with a bunch of cannons. This is not at all a good situation for our Protoss player.
Look at that stain the Overlord left up there. Jeez.
Oh. Oh, it's fading. Don't worry.
It'll come out. Just put some Gatorade on
Nature
there.
always wins in the end,
Rub it out.
Tasteless.
I like this. Now he's going to switch into roaches.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Roaches are strong.
Drones, man.
Because here's the other thing is that he can actually snipe the Nexus from this distance. And
Yeah.
Protoss is trying to play catch up. He doesn't have enough money to keep making cannons. He wants to get his other tech up. He wants to get pylons back in his main. Because right now he actually has no room for his buildings.
I think he might actually go Baneling Roach.
Yeah, that would be interesting as well.
Well, re-expanding to his main base. Overlord sees that. That's going to tell him, hey, you're not going to have that many units. Probably didn't rush up the tech tree after the Stalkers. You know, it costs a lot of money to do that, especially when your probes weren't mining and were also a lot of them killed. Probe not finding out a lot, except that there's about 10 speedlings out. Layer is on the way. Everything looking quite fine for Line.
Everything's just peachy keen.
Yeah. That's the way things should be, Tasteless. 44 drones, 28 probes, huge economy lead.
Interesting to see him go for a Robo Bay next. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I'm not sure. It's hard to say. I think that you kind of have to go risky. Maybe either double Robo, maybe a DT rush, maybe mass Void Rays, something kind of random that's hard to predict that you might catch your opponent off guard with because you know, hey, this guy's a legitimate threat. This guy was like a top 8 GSL player. I can't just try to go into a standard play and beat him. It's just not going to occur. So do something wild. Just leave yourself completely open to something, but have your build kill everything else, basically. Hydralis Den and Infestation Pit going up. A 3rd base as well. Line covering all his bases. Not with creep, though. His creep push isn't that good.
Yeah, his creep pushing could improve. Yeah, it looks like he just wants to get an observer out as quick as possible. Ace is trying to figure out like what the hell's going on in this game.
Oh. We do have Overlord Speed on the way. Good idea to be able to go in and scout. 51 drones of 42 probes. Ace trying to catch up. 68 supply to 53. You know, it's kind of funny. The way that Line is handling this, a lot of Zergs will just be like, all right, 80 drones after doing something like that and seeing the next go up again. Or maybe, you know, okay, take the map, or okay, rush up tech and do mutas or something like that. But he's actually kind of doing everything at once. Just a good amount of drones, an okay amount of expos.
Yeah.
Getting all these upgrades going, even Infestors, getting them going.
Well, you know what's nice is
it's kind of mid-range.
You're just going for a build that is like just very well rounded and clean.
Yeah, it's kind of normal.
It's not like time for phase number 2. Like I thought he was gonna build up a bunch of roaches and just try to attack the front.
You got that roach warren so quickly. I thought so as well.
He might have been considering doing that and then just was like, no.
Quite true, Tasteless. That could have been it. 4 Infestors on the way, as well as 9 drones. This creep spread is beginning to look a lot better. We're now 64 drones to 52 probes. More and more gates being made, as well as Colossi with Thermal Lance. But you know, his Colossi are going to be a little bit late. His Sentries are going to be a little bit low in number. Everything's going to be a little bit late. Neural Parasite being made. It's going to be interesting. You know, I have seen and played against some of these Zergs on the Korean server who go a lot of Lings, some Roaches normally mixed in as well, but a lot of Lings and Infestors for Neural, and it's quite good against Colossus because you throw it on maybe 1 fungal, maybe 2 fungals. Your Lings just kind of get in the way of everything, and you Neural the Colossi, and as long as the Colossi are Neuraled for a little bit, your Lings survive, because that's what they have to kill Lings.
Yeah.
And your Lings deal a lot of damage. You can always walk them over force fields, so they can't really make a force field pocket to stop the Lings. So basically, you're nullifying everything they have that's really good against Zerglings, and that just makes it really quite powerful. I mean, he is on his way to +2 melee attack and +1 carapace, so it looks to me like he's actually gearing up for that style. I'm not sure that we've really seen on the GSL yet.
No, I don't think we've seen the style
Not that I can remember,
so
at least. Yeah.
Now, you know, excuse me, Ace is interested in taking the gold base, or not the gold base, the third base. That's Zerg that's taking the gold base. So Zerg may go for a timing as the third base is being acquired.
More and more gates going up as the third Nexus is being made. I like that cannon, anti-Baneling drop cannon.
A little bit of group swimming down by the pool there. By the swimming hole.
The swimming hole?
Down by the swimming hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to gear up for an attack on that third. He got it. Baneling's nest again.
You know, I'm actually, I'm getting just a tad bit confused here. He is going Hive, he is going drops, but there's not a lot of Infestors out, and I thought for sure that we would see that style I was just mentioning, but he actually only has 4 Infestors out, and normally you want a little bit more than that. Normally you're looking at 7 or 8 Infestors for that Neural Parasite style. Of course, he's actually moving out with only 2 Colossus, so that's fine. This can actually still work perfectly. It's just a little bit odd. A little bit odd to me.
Zerg's got to be ready. Either he's at 170 supply to Protoss' 120.
In fact, jumping up to even 185. Wow. A lot of units being made at the moment. And Warp Prism with speed on the way. Wow, that's the 3rd time we've seen that today. Blink on the way, +2 attack on the way.
So weird to see this many Warp Prism plays back to back to back.
I guess
with different players.
It's finally coming into style, Tasteless. We've been waiting for this, I tell ya. A bunch of Banelings being morphed. 18 to be precise. We do have Adrenal Glands on the way. Spire just being started after Hive, so a little bit late on that if he does want Brood Lords. +3 melee attack, +2 carapace.
The Banelings are basically submerged in the water when they move around, man.
How do they breathe?
I don't know.
Well, that's okay. They can go on space maps, too. Zerg actually kind of ignores, like, the rules of life.
Yeah, well, mutants can fly on space maps. It doesn't make any sense. Think about that.
Maybe they're magnetic.
Could be.
Maybe their wings are gravity wings, Taste.
Maybe they're like Rogue from the X-Men. They just fly. But they got these wings because they don't look douchey.
Ah, yeah.
A little bit of scouting. You might just want to clean up some supply there. Protoss deciding to move out now. I don't know if this is a good idea.
Well, he's at 162 supply. That's normally never a good idea, but here he goes. Baneling drop not doing a whole lot right there. Oh my god. 3 Infestors. What are you doing, Infestors? This is a pretty hard to control unit composition by line.
Yeah.
He does have those Overlords.
Getting his Greater Spire, by the way, so he's going to have Brood Lords later.
Yep, some Corruptors already on the way as well. And I like that Ace is moving back a little bit right now. 160 supply is actually, in a game where you've been behind it all, one of the worst supplies to attack on. Only in a game where you have a very sharp build, you want to really move out of a supply like that. Just a kind of a normal game, normal opening, or you're ahead a little bit. But when you're behind, normally you're going to want to wait with Protoss and see if Zerg can make a little mistake, and you can actually roll them over with a max army and just keep going.
Yeah.
With the 160 army, even if you beat their army, you're going to be in shambles.
For a split second, he saw the Warp Prism. I don't know if he for sure realized what's going on.
Well, we will see.
Here comes the attack now. Over onto the cannons.
A lot of Lings in there. Not sure how much they're going to actually do, though. This one's up there trying to knock down the Forge.
Goodbye, weapons upgrade.
Wait to see if any creeps come out of that tent with the treasure chest. Maybe the Murloc family. No. And another little Ling attack.
I think he's just freeing up the supply with Zerglings.
You are completely correct, I believe. In fact, he's got another Zergling attack over here, just kind of hitting everywhere at once with his 2/2 Lings. He's making 3 Brood Lords and 10 Corruptors. So we're definitely going to see a lot of Brood. Oh, wow.
He should not have canceled that, I think.
Did he cancel?
It was a cancel.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think he should have.
You may be right, yeah. Well, we have a ton of Broods on the way, Tasteless. But he is out of gas at this point, so... And it looks like he may take that out. Blink is done. We do have +2 attack. Zealot Leg's just about to finish up. And, wow, if he maybe can get over there and kill the Greater Spire, that would be pretty huge. But here we go, attacking into here, making a small force field wall. Kills the hatchery. In the meantime, back in the main base, really messing up with the Zealots. If he had right-clicked on that Greater Spire, he would actually have it dead right now.
He's just not following. These Roaches will clean this up pretty easily.
Yeah, and that will live.
But just barely.
Trust me, guys, it's going to live.
Is he going to get it?
Oh my god, he gets it. The Roaches never target.
I never
sloppy by both, but gets it at the last hit of that
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Like, I knew it was going to go down.
Nice storms.
Beautiful fungal as well, holding
Yeah.
those stalkers in place. And that is a lot of broodlings. And those broodlings are all 2/2. In fact, they're 3/2.
And I think he can actually get his Zerg army down here to the bottom left.
Now he's making a lot of lings. Has a decent number of Corruptors with his army, so he's not going to be send by the Void Rays that are making right now.
Oh god, poor Sen.
Yeah. Does have a great amount of broods at the moment with 7. It's a nice number. Right now our Protoss player just kind of moving around the map.
Well, I think that should be game.
Well,
Unless I'm mistaken.
He's going to have to kill this army first, but after that, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, Zerg has enough that he should just be able to keep making things. He's going to take out the one base Protoss has. And from there, I mean, it's
here we go. Baneling drops and everything else.
Sick.
Some bungles about to go down, I'm sure. And, it looks like he kind of misses the bungles there. But definitely still going to have a decent amount of units. The Colossus are gone. Blinking back are the Stalkers running out of there. But in the meantime, the Broodlords have killed the Nexus. The Void Rays owning them up.
It hurts to be a Broodlord.
Wow, they kill them so fast. That is actually insane.
You know it's so painful when that Broodlord's firing that and it's making that sound. It's like, it's painful.
When they're magnifying glasses on the Broodlords.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Imagine a Void Ray beam through a magnifying glass.
Oh my
It's like
God.
hotter than the sun.
171 supply to 131. Almost only Stalkers left for Ace. You know, I commend these players for staying in the team league scenario. He's going to want to make his opponent.
He's gonna want to
as
wear him
tired as
out.
possible.
Yeah, it's actually pretty smart.
It
Now
is.
the Void Rays are doing the damage here, but it's just there's too much Zerg stuff. Basically, guys, Protoss can't replenish his army.
Yeah. Yes,
in
very
time.
little left.
So I know I said it once. This should be GG here. This is basically a checkmate scenario.
Well, Zealots and Stalkers late game against the full tech arsenal of Zerg. It's not going to do that much. More and more Zerg.
Oh, awesome. Look at Line actually taking out Ace here. I'm really impressed because Line's playstyle was so patient, so calculated, and he deserved that win.
Well,
oh, Line.
Says,
No, you didn't. All right, so.
You may be the ace, but this is where I draw the line.
All right, so ZeNEX is just kind of like, wow, I guess we might actually win this.
Yeah, man.
They're doing really well.
3-1.
3-1.
Wow.
So I guess that means we're going to see Bomber. I can't imagine anybody else they're going to pick
certainly.
right now.
And I do not mind seeing Bomber versus Line. I have to say, I love Line's ZBT style. They're talking. They're like, well, what'd you do? Oh, I messed up.
Squirtle's like, put me in, coach.
No, Squirtle.
Line is doing it, man.
He is. He's playing awesome, man.
Look, let's face it, the first two StarTale players who sent out, not the best picks, okay?
Yeah, you know what? They use Curious all the time. I'm such not a Curious fan. I want to be. They keep sending him out. I'm like, well, you guys are smart, right? Like, he must be really good. I'm waiting to see it. I don't see it. I look at Line, I'm like, oh, this Zerg has potential. This is a cool Zerg. I want to watch this Zerg. I look at Curious, I'm like, you kind of do everything a little bit wrong. Just a little bit. I mean, you're great still. You're very good. I mean, but not like one of these players that, oh, you know what? We want to win this. Put out Curious. And it's like, well,
you know, it's weird because he's generally never first. He's like second, and even after they've lost, so it's like, I know he was third one time too when we cast it. I was like, all right, well, I mean, Curious must be pretty good, but
and then he
doesn't bring results. And then who was it first? Sound. Look, I think do not bring a player that's an unknown that doesn't have experience first.
I hear you.
Because, you know, the first game is so pivotal. Then they send out Curious, and it's like, oh, now we're down 2 games, and we can only use 2 of our good players. Why are you laughing at me?
I said something funny. You didn't catch. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's cool.
I'm sorry.
It's cool, bro.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Definitely Bomber coming out. We can all
right, Bomber, just go. All right, thank you, Bomber.
False start right there.
Bomber's like, oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Nerd be doing this, nerd be doing that. I have to take this nerd out.
Oh, that was funny. Nerd be doing this, nerd be doing that.
That's right, man. Wow. Now, Bomber is, I think, the best team. The best player on the team at StarTale. He is.
You say over July?
Yeah, he's better than July, I think.
You know what? I agree with you, actually.
Right.
I do. I love July to death. I love him to pieces, tasteless. I could squeeze him until he dies of suffocation. But I agree with you. I think Bomber's the better player.
Well, I'm glad we can agree on that. Now we can buy a friendship bracelet.
Nice.
All right.
Can we get one of those pendants where, like, I have one half of the heart and you have the other?
Yeah, we can do that.
Or mine, like, snaps into yours.
Or you can have one where you open it up and it's a little picture of me that plays, like, some, like, old song.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah. We can do that, too. All right, so Bomber could beat Lion. I think he's probably favored to beat Lion. But, you know, Bomber has quite a journey ahead of him if this is going to be a comeback.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he has to kill Line, and then he has to probably take out Coca and the other ZeNEX player I've forgotten like 100 times tonight. My brain is going tasteless. I'm getting old. It's getting late. It's past bedtime.
It's 10:30. How long have we been broadcasting?
4.5 hours almost.
Damn.
That's actually really hard.
You know it's going to go to at least 5, maybe more. I'm just a man. What is a man but a lump of thoughts and feelings?
It's deep.
Yeah. Yeah, what's kind of deep. What is our map? Terminus?
Big map.
That's actually a good map for Line, though.
You're very right. I like that map for Line, but Bomber chose it, so meh.
He's crazy.
He's cray-cray.
We're like, let's play StarCraft 2. He's like, meet me on Warcraft 3's Lost Temple. We're like, Bomber, you're crazy. He like can't even make StarCraft 2 units there.
He tries to send his Hellions through the middle of the map and the creeps kill him. He's like,
I didn't know there were ogre creeps there.
He like goes around killing creeps. He's like losing just a few units. He's doing a good job, but then he realizes that none of his units level up. So it's like, what? Why are you doing that?
All my Hellions are injured. I have to repair them now. Like,
he makes a depot too close.
He's going to the gold mine, but
and
he can only
come
put
out
like
and
so
kill
many
it?
SCVs in there, so he doesn't get a lot of money. Think about that.
Yeah. He like drops a mule on the mine. Mules can't fit in that little hole.
No,
man.
they can't.
He just sits there. It's like, He's like, all right, maybe you're one of those like goblin wood getters, and he like sends over the tree and just sits there. It's like,
I can't cut trees down.
And then he uses scans instead of a mule, and it's like, dude, the goblin workshop's right there. You can just spend 50. You're spending 300 from a mule. That's possible 300. Why are you doing that?
But he doesn't have any heroes.
He doesn't know anything about Warcraft 3. He needs to learn from experts like us.
We're so bad at Warcraft 3.
Meh.
I'll do like the statement everybody else, but we could have been good if we tried. You know, these people, they're like, well, here's the thing. I could have been a pro gamer if I just actually had any ambition. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no.
But you don't have any ambition, so
you couldn't
no,
have
you
been.
couldn't have. It's like Tasis could have been, you know, I could have been a great horse racer, but I'm 6'1" and I'm too heavy for the horse. So it's like, yeah, but that means that you can't be a good horse racer because you're too heavy, you know.
Yes.
Because I'm too fat. I just abuse myself. Every morning I just stand in front of the mirror and I'm like, Piggy, you're a piggy. I like Piggy.
I have a lot of work to do with you, Tasteless. Well, just waiting for Bomber to get in the game.
I don't know. What are we waiting for, Bomber? Hurry up. Bomber, it's 10:30. I'm old. I go to bed at 11.
You know, Bomber, his ID would be better if he was Zerg, because then when he drops Banelings out, it'd be like,
oh, good call.
StarTale Bomber.
He's Bomber and Banelings.
He leaves like the mouse trail on, so he's moving real quick with the Overlords, and there's like a tail and StarTale.
Do you like the ID line?
The ID? Yeah, that's a good ID line.
You think so?
I think it is, actually.
I think Zigzag might have been better.
Zigzag is like kind of cute, but I think line is more of a like, oh, okay.
No.
I don't know, man. I like short to the point IDs. I didn't even mean to do that.
You're funny.
As I was saying, I'm like, oh, this is actually perfect.
This is actually happening.
This is our reality, Tasteless. Gotta drink more coffee. I ran out of my other coffee, basically. Well, it's all warm now, and it was supposed to be an iced coffee. So I'm drinking this.
Oh.
Actually,
I don't like iced coffee. I'll drink an iced Americano. I don't like iced coffee.
Well, it's iced Americano. But
okay, all right.
No, I don't order iced coffee. They don't really have that in Korea anyways.
It doesn't make any sense, actually, iced coffee. Oh, man. No, it doesn't make any sense.
That's a strong statement.
That's right. Some dudes with his iced coffee, he's like, what?
Well, actually,
like this? I'm like, yeah.
I just spilled this on my leg. Oh, that's terrible. All right. It's like I sue the GOM studio for spilling this coffee on my leg. It's like not even hot.
I'm going to be rich now. I'm going to sap the resources from this major organization with a lawsuit. Can you do it, Bomber? The map is Terminus. Terminus.
Well, this is the end of the line if he doesn't. Some might say the terminus.
Is Terminus a word?
Yeah. It's like the end of something.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Well, obviously that's the root word from like Terminator.
From Terminator?
That could be lying right now. He's going to door to door. Sarah Connor. Yes, that's me. And she pulls the gun out and shoots her. Sarah Connor. Say it, Artosis. Do the Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
No.
Sarah
That's
Connor.
not the Arnold Schwarzenegger. That is the Thor voice.
It's time for Bomber to potentially come back and do this.